Yes, we are living in a DIY generation where the youth have decided to pick up and do things by themselves. And the gentleman I have in studio with me is top 25 under 25 KCA University Nikon International Award Best 30 Portrait, Africa Geographic Award Best Portrait. This guy is making wonders. Found a passion in photography, and now is making some back off it, and he goes by the name of Kegan. King is in studio with me. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Barry. Like you said, my name is Kegan, graduate of Economics and Statistics from the University of Nairobi. I've done photography for 4 years now. This is my 4th year. I started off working as a banker, but now I've stopped banking and now I'm doing photography full time.
Not so many people are ready to take such risks because you have a steady salary at a bank, and business is a risk at the end of the day.
True.
We'll be talking about that, but take us back to when this passion for photography started.
So the passion started in 2014. I just started off, I just got into employment. I got a camera, then I got so curious about it, got into YouTube.
Where did you get the money to buy your first camera?
My first camera, I bought it from my salary, and I remember paying it in 2 installments.
Two installments.
A friend of mine who'd traveled abroad came back with the camera, then he sold it to me.
All right.
I paid it in 2 installments.
Do you still have the camera that you started with?
Yes, I have.
You can't lose that one.
That one kept.
It's so dear to you.
Values.
All right.
Yeah.
So, were you in campus when you were starting this?
Yes. I graduated in 2015. So by 2014, I was still a 3rd year university student.
How did you manage to get into employment and you were still a student? Not so many people were able to do this.
As you know, university education and the kind of system we are put through is a bit flexible. You have classes maybe in the afternoon or in the morning. So the rest of the time you have ample time. So you have to choose what to do with the extra time. Either you just chill around, or you try and look for avenues for making the extra buck.
Amazing. So we are living in a society where people respect, say, working at a bank, and they don't understand that photography is a skill that you need to acquire and perfect. Did you get some resistance from some people, say your family, or people just around you telling you, how can you quit this for this?
Resistance is there. I've gotten comments even up to this very moment. Guys asking me why would you leave such a job? Why would you leave banking to go do photography? What people don't understand is skill pays. And once you perfect the skill, and it takes time to do that. Mine has taken 4 years. I can't say I'm the best of the best, but I'm not where I started 4 years ago. And skill pays.
Skill pays.
Yeah.
All right. Top 25 under 25 KCA University.
Yes.
Paint the picture for us. What is happening at this particular time in your life, and how do you get to be among these people?
So in the year 2015, I get nominated by I think young people around Kenya who believe that I'm doing something that is impacting in lives. I run a foundation called Guza Youth Foundation. Guza is a Kiswahili word for touch. So the foundation aims at taking kids to school, paying their school fees, doing motivational talks and all those kind of things. So at that time I was running the foundation, I was doing photography, and I was still employed. So I got a call from KCA University and a company called African Garage that had been nominated for this award. And it is through all these small things that I was doing for the community and for the society that I got nominated for that.
All right. Ni nini kilikuguza ndio start Guza Foundation? Guza
Foundation was started off by myself and 3 other people, and it's because I'd lived in a children's home at some point, Ebenezer Children's Home in Ahero, and so having gone through that process, I felt like it's a good thing to actually try and touch a life, and try uplift another young guy, and another young child.
That you got yourself to where you are.
Yes,
now. And you'd like to give that opportunity to other kids as well.
True, Brady.
Powerful. Nikon International Award Best 30 Portraits.
So I just started photography, and this one time we traveled to Masai Mara. So once we done with the trip, it was a 3-day trip. So I was coming out of Masai Mara. I got a Masai lady.
Was it a work trip?
Yeah, it was a work trip. So randomly, I take a portrait of a lady who was trying to sell jewels through the bus that we were in. Little did I know that this would be a powerful picture that would land me awards and get me to be known for such a portrait. And it was, I think, 2 years into photography, and that's when I knew I had an eye for this thing, and I had to step up and do more of these things.
Photography by Kegan is your handle on Instagram. Is the name of the website as well. You can head to the website or the Instagram page and just get to check the pictures as we interact, as we have this conversation. 22162 is the SMS line. Start with YM254. Don't forget to leave your name and where you're watching us from. So Kegan, on to the next one, where you won another award, and this one is the African Geographic Award, Best Portrait.
Yes. So this same portrait,
this portrait has taken you places. All right.
So I think it was the same year, 2015. So early in the year, I win a Nikon award, and then the African Geographic put up a contest again. I submit this portrait, and boom, again, it wins an award.
All right. Being someone who has been in employment and now running a business, would you say it's important to be employed for a while? Did you learn something? How organizations are run, maybe, and whatnot?
I think I learned a lot from employment, because it's through that system that I learned brand building. I learned about corporate ethics. I learned how to write proper emails. I learned how to writing an email to a client is very important. I learned grooming and even just sitting down and sealing a deal, because the process of getting a gig is long. You get inquiries, you have to respond to the inquiries in time, you have to set up a meeting with the client, and you have to convince the client to buy your product, because it's a product that we are selling. It's a product and a service that we are selling. So if I cannot sell the product and service to you, then there's no point of you buying it.
All right. Are there instances where you have gone through all these processes and something failed?
A lot of times. And most of the time, I go for meetings and I meet people, and they tell me, they ask me the question, how long have you been doing this? And they're like, some people think I'm too young, and some people think that because I'm too young, maybe I'm not too that experienced. And most of the time, I get to seal the deal, but a few times I've gone through certain processes. Then at the end of it, you don't get to seal the deal. However, I think it's the learning that you get from it. You polish it, pick up yourself, and seal the next deal.
It's always a learning process in business. You've got to meet some prominent people. I saw you hanging out with the Equity guy, the Equity boss, some time back.
Yes.
Former Prime Minister. And I can name quite a number. When you get to this particular point, you're a youth, you're a young guy, and you meet these people, you're offering a service to them. Do you sometimes feel the urge to talk to them about things that are not related to what you came to do?
You get such opportunities, and to be honest, some of these people are figures that when you meet, first of all, they have something that makes you feel a bit intimidated. The one you're talking about, I was doing a project for the Vision 2030. So they were having their 10 year anniversary celebrations. So I got to take portraits of His Excellency Honorable Raila Odinga, Honorable James Mwangi, and the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, because they were going to use those photos for the billboards. And yes, I had an opportunity to whisper a word to them, that when there is an enabling environment for business, everyone prospers. And when the environment is not good for business, even young people don't prosper. I mean, there's no business, and people fear doing business, and so money is stuck. And so when the environment is good, everyone is happy.
So you didn't ask for irrelevant things, you just asked for a good environment to do business.
I mean, I think that's what matters most to young people. When governments and people in influence create that enabling environment, for us to do business, and there's peace, and there's tranquility. More investors come into the country, and money flows in the system.
Right.
But when that doesn't happen, things are bad, man.
All right, we have had a chance to work together.
Yes.
You took amazing pictures of Barry, and mi nilikuwa nasumbua ukishapiga na kuja naangalia. Did they behave the same way?
I think they don't behave the same way.
Oh, they're different.
Yeah, they're different. These are busy guys. You have 5 minutes to take the portraits. So you have to set up, have to your lighting and everything correct. So they come, they stand, you just direct. 2 minutes, they're out.
2 minutes out.
Yeah.
All right.
However, we don't have a problem with people asking to see the photos.
The photos before we can carry on.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not only a photographer, you're also in events.
Yes.
And I've seen you participating in some awards which revolve around weddings.
Yes.
Per se. Why weddings? You're so focused in weddings a lot.
I'm not only a wedding photographer. I also do events, and I manage an events company called Brand Tweety Events. You guys can check it out.
Just say it again. The social media handles.
Yes. The events company is called Brand Tweety Events. It's on Facebook and Facebook majorly.
Facebook majorly.
Yes.
Brand Tweety
so majorly what we do is I have an A-frame clear tent that I hire out to people. So the events industry is huge, and there's
a lot of money there.
And there's don't shout about it. Don't shout about it. But there's money there.
There's money in events.
Yes. So every day, Barry, every single day, even this hour, there's an event going down.
There's an event going down.
Even
so it's only you to find your place in that industry.
True.
And get a piece of the pie.
True.
All right. This tent that you described, you gave it a very interesting name. What did you call it?
It's called an A-frame clear tent.
A-frame clear tent.
Yes.
All right. What is special about an A-frame clear tent?
So and I mean there's nothing really special about it.
You're a modest guy.
But like it's I think it's one of the things you see. Every industry have their own new innovations. So this is a tent that has a clear canvas. It's a frame. It looks like a house, yeah. But then the canvas is clear. So while you are seated inside, you can see outside.
You're inside, but you're outside.
You're inside, but you're outside. So you feel the natural environment while you are inside.
All right.
Yeah.
The reason I'm building on this so much, I'd like to know. Not really how much you've invested in terms of money, but it takes a lot of investment.
True.
To get to where you've gotten to.
True.
All right. How do you manage to balance as a youth? Tuko na uraibu zetu wengine wetu, we love to go on trips over the weekend.
Yeah.
Some of us like to socialize in social places.
Yeah.
And being a businessman, you need to put these urges aside sometime.
Yeah.
How do you manage to do this as a youth? What keeps you grounded?
I think the way some of us are brought up, you are forced to be sober all your life. Because at some point maybe you need to pay school fees for yourself at some point. So you need to be sober. So you need to choose between partying and putting a few coins on the side
for some school
for your school fee
and
for your future and for your upkeep. I'm also a dad, and so I need to be very careful on how I spend, because I have a little girl who looks up to me, and yes.
Is she watching right now? Surely.
I don't think she is, but I know. But she'll watch the video on YouTube.
All right, just say hi to her so that.
Hi, Adia.
All right.
Daddy is on TV.
Daddy's very on TV. All right, so having a daughter helps you be grounded.
True.
And just the way you were brought up and setting your mind to it.
True.
It's always about the mindset.
True.
Amazing. All right, so what is the highlight of your career so far in the 4 years?
In the 4 years, I think I've had big gigs, but this year has been amazing. I've done there's a project I've done with Tuzo. It's called the big dreams come true, rebranding by Tuzo. The photo that I took is actually in your billboards. When you drive along the highway, you'll see my photo in the billboards.
How does it feel to see a picture that you took on the billboards?
It's a good feeling, man.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, we're driving along, and you see your work in the billboards. It's amazing.
All right.
It's amazing.
Close relatives, do you have, say, your mom or your dad? Are they still alive?
Yeah, mom and dad passed on, but I have a very supportive guardian who's kept me grounded, who's been with me all through this, and she's my mom.
She's your mom.
She's my mom. Yeah.
How does you feel about Kegan having pictures on the billboard now?
I think mommy is proud. Mommy is proud somewhere there. She doesn't tell me as much, but I know she is.
Because she has to be the critic in your life.
Yes.
All right, we picked this picture right here on the screen. It's a picture of you.
Fantastic.
And Adia.
Yes.
All right. So rarely do we see photographers having their own pictures, but this was fascinating that you have your own picture with your baby. Who took this picture for you?
My wife took this photo.
So it runs in the family.
Yes.
She's probably going to pick up a camera.
Yeah. My wife took up this photo, and this is my daughter. I think she was turning 1.
This was a special day.
Yeah, it's a special day for her.
All right.
Yes.
If we can get the next picture. This is a picture of very beautiful Kenyan ladies, I can tell.
Yeah, this was at the Samantha Bridals Fair. I happen to have been an official photographer for the Samantha Bridals Fair that was about 2 months ago. So these were models that were showcasing in that event. So after the event, they just asked for a photo. Yeah, and yeah, on the sidelines.
So this was not part of the work.
No.
Right. If we can slow it down a little bit. All right. Yes. Let's take it back. Yes, we can talk about this one. Oh. All right. Let's just move on to the next picture. Thank you very much. All right. This is a wedding setting.
Yes, lately I've been having a lot of wedding bookings.
All right.
This is a wedding I took, I think, 2-3 weeks ago, and I have been. I'm very passionate about moments and about details, and
moments, details.
Yeah, and about just showing raw and natural and true emotions.
Natural and true emotions.
And that is what I really try to bring out in my photos, as I cover events and take portraits and do all these things.
All right, so as much as you'll tell people pose for a picture, you'll just try to get them in the moment sometimes.
Yes.
And this is very important as for you as a photographer.
True. And I think yes, post I mean, we have staged photos which are good, but for me those moments that I take when people are not aware are the best for me.
All right, powerful. I like this one. What is this one all about?
That's my daughter showing off
a brand new watch.
Her watch, yeah.
This is daddy's watch.
That is daddy's watch.
All right, so this is something that you do when you're with daughter as well, when you're spending time with your daughter.
Yes, you must create time for these people.
Right.
In as much as I have a busy schedule shooting, I must create time for the little girl.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we get another picture? See. All right. You're in this picture. Is this a client?
Yeah, this is a friend of mine, and she was a client on the day.
A client of the day.
Yeah, of the day.
All right. How did you get to be the official photographer for Samantha Bridal?
I think, like I told you, work sells itself. So the amount of time and energy that you put into your work will actually show. So Samantha Bridal picked up my work from my page. I'd requested to, the first event that they had, I requested to do it pro bono. So I told them I have a passion in photography.
This is also a strategy.
Yes, I have a passion. I have a passion in this thing. So just let me come in there. I don't want you guys to pay me. Just give me the platform. Let me take photos for you. You can use them on your platforms. I'll use them on my platforms. And I think that is a strategy that I use to get these guys to notice and see my work.
Is it a strategy that you've employed in other places as well?
Yeah. I mean, you see, it takes time for your brand to be seen, and therefore it's not always about the money all the time. Yeah, I mean, the opportunities that you get that push you somewhere, that push you up, and there are opportunities that you get that make you more visible. So you don't think about money all the time. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you sell the brand.
Sometimes you make money, sometimes you sell the brand. Wise words from Kegan or Ching right here. I like Kegan King better because that's how we interact out there. So Kegan, I bet you were watching the Samantha Bridal show as a kid.
Yes.
And now you're working with them.
Yes.
Did you visualize it, or did you envision it before it happened back then?
Barry, you know, I think we need to set ourselves and our standards really high, and then we achieve them. Because you only achieve up to what you think you can.
You have to see it in your mind
Yes.
first. It has to exist in your mind before it can happen.
Yeah, so if you only think about shooting regular events, you just end up there. But when you set up yourself to higher standards and higher goals and higher callings, you push yourself towards that, and you pray about it, and then God will help you get there.
Prayer is very important.
True.
As well. You're very religious and you believe in God.
Yes.
All right. Guza. I'm back to Guza now.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the kids have, some of them have asked you if they can hold the camera and they can get to learn.
A lot more of times. And I think we didn't mention this, but there was a project we had. We were putting up a dormitory for the kids. I should have come with a photo of the dormitory that we stayed in. It was a Mabati structure, but we are working with friends to have it improved to a concrete and a permanent structure. So I think I'll go there in a week or two time. And I'll carry the camera, and most of the time I go there, kids want to just hold it and try and see and
do
see.
You have a lot of fun just watching them
Kabisa.
playing with the toys.
Kabisa.
Oh, where do you see photography by Kegan? And what is the name of the event company again?
Brand Tweety.
Brand Tweety.
The events company is called Brand Tweety Events. My photography firm is called Photography by Kegan. My name is on it.
Your name is on it.
Yeah.
It has to be there. And the watermark is there as well on each and every picture. Where do you see these brands of yours in a few years or in the long run?
I want to build international brands, and that is the goal. I mean, it's been 4 years of trying this thing, doing it partially, giving my attention to the bank and giving a bit of my attention to photography and the other businesses.
Right.
But now it's purely business and business alone. So it's 100%, my energy 100% in it, and I want to take it globally. I want to make it international.
International.
Yeah.
Your man's international now.
True.
How big is the team before we wrap this up?
I have a team of 6 photography. And another team of about 7 for the events. For the events. Yeah.
All right. How can they get to book you, just in case they need of your services? Your camera is number 4.
Hi guys. If you need photography services, you can check out my Instagram page at Photography by Kegan. You get there, you'll get an opportunity and a chance to check through my portfolio. My website is there. You can go directly to my website. My phone number is there. Can I say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
My phone number 07.
I hope it's the business line.
Yes. This is the business line.
Nyumba.
No.
Right.
Nyumba iko imara.
All right.
0714 198 094. That's my number. 0714 198 094. Give me a call, hit me up, let's meet, let's talk about business, let's grow each other. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kegan, for
Thank
coming
you, Barry.
to Why in the Morning.
Thank you, Barry.
And fun fact, We were in the same class in high school with Kegan. Yes, I just thought you should know this. 22162 is the SMS line. Start with YM254. Don't forget to leave your name and where you're watching us from. I've had fun with Kegan, photography by Kegan. Check his Instagram out and just promote the culture. Keep pushing and keep helping the youth out here. All we need is a what? Environment again?
An enabling environment for business.
Doing business.
True.
Exactly. Hilda Wathithi is coming up next with another interview. Today's Entrepreneurship Tuesday, where we're talking about money matters, legal tenders, and whatnot. I go by the name of Barry Moses, or It's Barry Mo on every social media platform, so don't touch that down.